So in this bucket, I have a really cool fish that I just wanted to share with you guys. It's going to a new home. Just took the bubbler off right there. It's an Irene tilefish. We'll get a better look at it in a second, but one of my favorite fish for an aquarium, just because they are so beautiful, but also because they have a great personality. What is going on, everybody? So I'm going to a new customer's house today, and they have a cylinder tank. And now we have a service customer that has a cylinder tank already that we take care of, but it's very rare that I come across these, so I'm very anxious to see how this one's set up because, you know, I just don't come across them. So it's interesting to see kind of like how people have them set up. You know, these are old school acrylic style aquariums that honestly aren't made really well, but you just don't come across them a lot. And I'm always interested to see how they're holding up, and I'm always interested to see how people like have them set up. So I went there recently, and I just had to share this video with you guys and give you a rundown, and then I'll give you an update of where that tank is now. But first, we have this Irene tilefish, and I just had to share this with you guys because it's pretty dope, man. I love this fish, and because I love this fish so much, I'm bringing it to a new home, this tank right here. I just want you guys to check out this fish out and just see like why I love it. Just look. So I got it acclimated, it is ready to go. Got my net right here. These guys are jumpers, they're quick. So I'll be really careful. Get him in the tank here. And he's in here somewhere. There he is. All right, so carefully, go slow. Nice acclimation, about 20 minutes or so is what I've done. There he is, there he goes. Look at Buddy. Look how pretty he is. He's got that electric blue on the side there. And I like them so much just because their personality is so amazing. They are jumpers, so you gotta have a lid for them. But here he is right now in the aquarium, and we're gonna slowly let him go out and enjoy his new home. All right, buddy, back out. There he goes. Perfect for this aquarium. Absolutely perfect. Fits him. Unbelievable. What a pretty fish. Good Lord. That is a beautiful fish. Look at the dots on him. They swim very purposeful, right? So you see how he's kind of just darting and dodging and exploring his new territory. Very cautious, but at the same time kind of, assertive, very brave. Not going to be, kind of spooked very easily. Good size on this fish. I'd say it's about 4.5, maybe 5 inches. They get bigger than this. Not much bigger, but they do get bigger. I would say probably at least 6 inches. Now he's going to be in here. He or she is going to be in here with you can see the tang right there, silphid tang. There is a blue hippo tang. There is a yellow tang in here. I don't think they'll bother it much because this is a totally different body type than the other fish. I don't think they'll see it as a competition or a threat or anything like that. There is no fish in here really that's aggressive besides the tangs, which again, I think they won't mess with them. We have Anthias, we have a flame hawk, but let's talk about the Irene tilefish and why I love it so much. Number one, it's always gonna be out just like this. You're gonna be able to see it all the time. It's not like a crazy active swimmer like a wrasse or anything like that. It does not have the body movements of a wrasse for sure, but it's got, number one, it's got beautiful colors, and it's got a great personality. So every time you pass the tank, it's gonna be like, what's up? It's gonna look at you, it's gonna come out, it's gonna pop its head out. It's gonna be, hey, you gonna feed me? What's going on? How we doing? It's not gonna run away from you. It's gonna be front and center. And it's a peaceful fish. It gets along with everybody. It's not trying to mess with anybody. It's not causing any disturbances in your aquarium. And it's big, and it's got presence. So when people come over and they're checking out your aquarium, this is one of the fish that they're gonna notice. The way it moves, the way it swims, the size of it. It's really gonna kind of separate itself from every other fish in your tank because it's so unlike every other fish in your tank. Now, what did the kids say? My younger son says, I'm not trying to glaze this fish, but it's definitely worth making taking up a little bit of time in this video to share with you guys because it is a $600 fish, and that's after quarantine, fully quarantined. This guy's been through it all. He's had all his meds. I think we've had him for 6 to 8 weeks. This fish has been in our facility for a while. But because most of us can't afford a fish like this, then I just kind of wanted to share it with you guys because this is, I get to enjoy it, you know, by servicing this tank. And you guys can kind of, you know, you're not going to come across this fish, you're not going to be able to kind of really know about it unless you're able to, like, this might be one of those fish where you're just, you know, obviously you don't really pay attention to it because it costs so much money. So I just wanted to share it with you guys to show you there's some really cool fish in the hobby that aren't really well known. Now there are other tile fish out there that aren't the Rennie, but there are other tile fish that are a little bit more affordable. They're all pretty expensive. But this is the one I love the most so far, but there's some really cool ones out there. Hopefully we can get some more in, different types of variations of tile fish, and I'll share those with you guys in the future if you'd like. All right, moving on here, folks. Say goodbye. What should we name this guy? I'm gonna come up with a name for him. He's super cool. Rennie? Should we just call him a Rennie? Nah, that's kind of easy, uninspired. Look at the yellow on the back there coming out. His colors are gonna get a lot more brighter once he's in this tank and he's happy. All right, on to the next customer before we go to the cylinder tank. This tank right here, we had to completely knock down and reset up. This was an old service customer of ours. They chose to go into a different route. Ended up having some issues. They called us, contacted us again, and we're back. And we restarted their aquarium because they had fish disease in here. It was just a mess, right? So we restarted the aquarium. We're about, I don't even think we're 6 months into it, but I think the tank is coming along nicely. I think these are current marine lights on here, so they don't really, not a very strong light, but being that there's an eel in here, a trigger in here, and I think a clownfish, it's a pretty heavy nutrient-based tank. And all we got is a little bit of hair algae in here, but you see right there, a little bit of dinos in the hair algae, but nothing I'm too worried about. We're dosing silicates in this tank to kind of fight off any type of dinoflagellates in here. But I think overall this tank is coming along nicely, and I will keep you guys updated on this tank in the future. Also, the same customer has his bow front right across from the other tank, and same thing here. Broke it down, restarted it, loved the scape. Tommy of Tanknicians did an amazing job on this scape. Unbelievable, I love it for a bow front. Bow fronts are so cool because you can do some really cool scapes with them. But this one, again, the sand is like bright blue, bright white. It's clear. The rocks are pretty dang clear with not much of a cleanup crew. This is all just taking your time, going slow, water chemistry, making sure you got the water chemistry good. Corals look amazing. We were just taking our time with this tank. I suggest putting more coral in here because it is a little bit light on coral, and I think since the coral that are in here are doing well, so we might as well go ahead and push it. There's only one AI prime in here, so we're limited with what we can put in here. But I think overall, this tank, for being less than 6 months old, I think is coming along nicely too. That doesn't mean we're out of the woods yet. There's still, we got to be on top of our game, especially being that we're only here like once every 4 to 6 weeks. All right, so here we are. You guys are gonna be witnessing in real time, because I've never been to this tank, so you're gonna get my reaction in real time here. So, first things first, big coral here, big leather coral. All right, and it looks healthy enough, right? We got some star polyp all over the rocks here, but what I'm noticing as you look at the star polyps is it's a bit sparse, and there's this green film on the rocks all over, kind of just all around the tank on the rocks. It's even on the sand. It's growing on the coral. So we're gonna have to take a sample of that and put that into the microscope at the shop and see what we're looking at, get a better idea so we know how to deal with it. I think that was the customer's main concern, was this green algae right here. Unfortunately, I found some algicide underneath the tank. Yes, so like, what is it, API algicide. So the previous service company was treating this algae with algicide, which is not something you want to do in a reef tank, right? That's something that he had anemones in his tank. He said they died suddenly. That would explain it. I'm pretty sure the algicide killed them. You got the green slime still is here. It's all in the sand. Yeah, I'm a bit thrown off here that there's an API algicide that was poured into this tank. That is a forever chemical that's not going to be broken down in this system. That means we don't know if you'll be able to have anemones or more difficult corals in this system. Huh. Okay, so he's been topping off manually, and so I want to definitely check the salinity. Do a thorough water test today. Anytime people top off manually, I like to check their salinity. We've got a trigger fish in here. Beautiful. clownfish that definitely has some type of ciliate, some type of cyst on it. Like you can see it in the light. It's got some white spottage on it, almost velvety. Got an angelfish. That's gonna be a big fish for this tank. That's gonna be a problem. And there's a damsel in here somewhere too that keeps hiding from me. Okay. Hey, I just wanted to give a quick update while I was going ahead and putting this video together. This is why I'm looping this part that you're seeing right now. The customer called me and said that his fish are acting really funny. They're not looking good. And ever since I pointed out those white cysts on the clownfish, he's noticed them on the other fish and they're breathing heavy and they're not looking good. So we're gonna go ahead and try to get to him as soon as possible and get him a doser and get him hooked up on hydrogen peroxide. Dosing to the tank, and hopefully that will kill whatever parasite is in this system. But I knew it. I saw the parasite on the clownfish. I knew there was a problem. I saw the way the damsel was acting. It was very skittish. He's got active fish disease in this system. He's got algicide in this system. We got our work cut out for us, and it's just unfortunate. This is kind of part of the frustrating part of the job. You know, I want to save these fish. But before I get too discouraged, this was a cylinder tank that we have now on service. And when we first got this tank, I don't even know how long ago, over a year ago, it has to be, maybe going on 2 years, it had the same exact problems. Could not grow coral, had fish disease, fish were actively dying in this tank. Oversized fish, they had a big old dog face puffer. We replaced it with a green spotted puffer, a more appropriate sized puffer fish. But it had fish disease, fish were dying. We got it on the hydrogen peroxide doser, cured the fish parasite or disease that was in here. Very happy about that. It could not grow coral in this system, different types of corals. We are now able to grow most types of corals in this system. We got a bunch of softies in here. Did not have anemones in this tank, and could not grow them because the previous fish company was dosing Melifix to the system because it had fish disease, and for whatever reason they were dosing Melifix directly to a reef tank. Not the best idea. Suppressed the disease, didn't kill the parasite, but also killed coral along the way. So look, things might look bad in that other system, that other cylinder tank we just showed, but this tank right here is inspiration and lets me know that that tank can turn around. We can get there, guys. Like, if this tank is healthy now and we fought hard to get it to this point, I want to do it to the other cylinder tank. Give us 2 cylinder tanks that are beautiful. Let's make that one just as beautiful as this one. This one has a ton of fish in it. They're all healthy, anthias, all different types of fish. Let's make that one look just as good as this one.